Hi, I'm psycho-degenerate and I hate God. And today I'm going to be talking about Simoun episode 4. I've done this before, I guess, so I guess I'll start by talking about some things that, okay, one of the first, really cool cuts, real cool looking, not like shots was when they had the that picture of factories with the red background behind them, silhouetting them, and they had some aircraft or some shit flying past. There's the one where Iru has one of her eyes light up in green and the other light up in red. I think that looks sick. Um, and then there's Renee seeing all the looking down her hand and seeing the blood and looking at it on the Simoun, the magic airplane. And I think that's cool. This is probably one of my favorite episodes in the first half of the series, I think. I don't know if it's my favorite off the top of my head in the first half of the series, but it's pretty cool, and it's from the first half of the series, so yeah, it might be my favorite. And they show this dude, the fucking Rune and Aru are out flying, and they aren't supposed to be or whatever, but then they do, and they fucking land, look at this crash, but it's just a fake one, and this guy fucking comes and takes them captive and shit, and gets really, I think it's interesting how this show does, cover the, enemy soldiers' perspective of the war somewhat. There's a lot of shows that just don't fucking do that at all. I think it's still a little lacking compared to what I would prefer with, the civilian perspective, but, where the fuck has that been done well? Once or twice in a few things maybe, but largely it's not done. I think that's a very those kinds of perspectives being put into focus really bring a lot to a kind of what's essentially a war story. It's about a war, and I think it's really good to put in perspectives of people who aren't the main characters. There's there's some war stories I can think of that are show how things are in one side of the war and just kind of imply that it's the same fucking thing in the other side, and that there isn't really that much of a difference, but I think they go out of their way to show the other perspective. That can be really interesting. And these people are fucking they're all basically working for the glory of their countries and gods and shit, but and I think that's the same between either side. It's not the good guys are on the protagonists are on the good side, it's just that protagonists are on the side they're on, I guess, and the antagonists, I don't even know their side is treated as really particularly worse. Maybe maybe is like less. Maybe they have like a little less like good ways of doing some things they show, but like, you know, but more on that later, I guess, in one of the other parts of this. And yeah, like, I just think that it's incredibly like, I don't like seeing like gruesome things, but like I do like how they do like put the character and like the characters in these kinds of extreme situations where they go into this and they just kind of fucking like this guy like fucking dies at the controls of this thing, and he just kind of like is fucking stuck there and they can't lift him. They were originally going to have the Aru like kind of cut him down a little more, whereas in the actual show they just cut the she just cuts like the hands off and, like so that she can get them off the controls because you're grabbing it so tight and the body's heavy and all that, like. But I think it would have been more interesting if they had, in a certain sense, I think it would have been more impactful if they had like gone for like the whole if they'd butchered the whole body to move it, but I guess they didn't for some reason. So hey, like I do like how they like did that though. That's like one of the probably one of the first like really, and maybe one of the grittier things in the entire show. But I thought it was interesting. I liked it, and I still like it. So like I just like how they go to this like extreme degree in this, even if it's not as extreme as what they were originally going to go to, they were originally planning to go to. Like it's still pretty like intense that this anime girl that cuts the fucking fingers off of some dude basically to get his hands off the controls, and then he just cuts his hands off of him to get them off the controls, and then just like carries and then throws the body out of it, you know, and so she can fly off, and like and look at like the blood on the controls, and they're like, and throughout this whole like sequence, they're both the girls are very clearly shaken by this experience, and you know, I like that. I like how it was done. I enjoy watching it. Like, just like, I think it's sick, I guess.